Welcome to the very first episode of Talking Point, guys. It's this new YouTube series I'm doing on my channel that is, well, it's for everyone, right? But it's also more specifically for the patrons. So if you're a patron for my channel, you can offer up topics and suggestions for different talking points within this series. So, for example, let's say you want me to talk about, I don't know, what I think of Trump, or if you maybe, for example, you want me to compare how Sony and Microsoft are as video gaming companies and what would be the best direction for them. Any sort of topic, anything at all, I will bring it up here in Talking Point, assuming it's not completely rude and destructive to people. I will bring it up here in Talking Point, but you need to be a patron for that. So for this first episode, though, I am using my own topic, and that topic is the struggles of being a small YouTuber, right? Now, this whole series is about the real talk. It's about me being real with you guys, being as personal as I can, and just telling you what I think, my actual hard opinions here. So, what are the struggles of being a small YouTuber, at least for me, right? Well, I'm going to get into that, but first I guess I should tell you guys what I actually think a small YouTuber is, right? Well, a small YouTuber would be me, right? In the sense that I want to create videos in the future indefinitely. I plan on having YouTube be a part of my lifestyle. I want to just make videos, comment on, create commentary, create creative videos, short films, all sorts of things on YouTube for potentially my whole life, right? But I do want it to be a part of my career. I want it to support me so I can put more time and effort into it in the future and create better and better videos. So yeah, that's what I would define as a small YouTuber. Someone who has the aspiration to make YouTube as a part of their career, but is not there yet. And that's where I'm at. I have made no money on YouTube at all, and I've been doing this for about a year and a half. And I thought I'd be making money at least 6 months in, and I was wrong. And I have no idea when I'll actually will start making significant money. I have no clue. I hope it's soon. I hope I have a big break soon, because that would make it easier for me to put in more time into the channel, but I'm just not there yet. And it's one of the reasons why I'm creating a Patreon, so I can get there sooner, and so I can provide better content for you guys. So, what sort of challenges are there for being a small YouTuber? Well, as I alluded to prior, I need money, I need time, and the thing is, since I make no money on YouTube, I have to focus, at least about 40 hours a week paying bills. I have school debts, loans and insurance and taxes and gas, and have to feed kittens, and it's just, there's so many things I have to pay for, a few $1,000s I have to make a month, and that's not easy for me, especially since instead of settling and doing some sort of office job or working for someone, I decided to not work for anyone. I decided I didn't need to do any more schooling to do what I had planned for, at least for now, and I've made that sacrifice. I've kind of, I'm taking a risk here, and I'm just focusing on my creative endeavors. I do consider myself an actor, but right now all I'm doing is paying the bills, and with doing Uber and Lyft, because that gives me the flexibility of schedule for now, and I'm just making videos. And if I have time, I might try to do an audition or so, but for the most part, that's not really happening. It's just YouTube and driving around to make money. And it's hard to put in as much time as I would like to. I wish I could do YouTube full time, because there's so many things I would love to do. Like, a big part of the channel, at least something I want to be a big part of the channel, are short films. Like I said, I do love acting, but I also like directing. I like coming up with ideas for little skits and such, and then doing them. But I've only done one short film on the channel, and it was like a year ago. So it's just not easy, because you need people, and people need time. A lot of times they need money, you need props, you need food to feed the people that are acting in your video, helping out, filming, all that sort of thing, and then planning. It takes time and money, and I don't really have either. So it's hard, and I wished I could put more of that into the channel, because I have all these ideas in my head. I would love to do it. I would love, for example, right, I would love to do a short film about Resident Evil. We're in Halloween season right now, right? I would love to go into an abandoned warehouse or old mansion, do a over the shoulder sort of camera perspective, right, as if it's a video game, but it's a short film, right, where let's say I'm kind of in the position of Leon S. Kennedy in Resident Evil, and I'm going through this abandoned area, and just kind of film that, create a little quick short horror flick. That would be awesome. And I have this idea in my head, but I don't have the resources to do that right now. But hopefully in the future I will. So, basically one of the first problems I have with YouTube is that you can put a lot of time into YouTube and make no money at all in the beginning, and it sucks. Like I said, I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I haven't made any money from it, and I have no idea when I will. But, it's not like I'm doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I like creating content. I like talking about video games. I like talking about, I've just started doing anime. I like talking about anime. I like talking about movies and TV. I like talking about a lot of different things, like lots of stuff. And I like to create. I am a creative person. I like to do all sorts of things like that. And YouTube has, so far, has proven to be a great avenue for that. And I love it. I really do. So I would like to be able to do it more. I want it to be a big part of my life. But I'm not there yet. And it's hard getting there. It really is. It's just kind of like, it took me like 6 months just to get 100 subscribers. And when I got there, it was great. And I feel like things started growing quickly. But now, a year and a half in, I'm getting close to 500 subscribers, but I'm not there yet. And the thing is, like, I've realized that my subscriber count isn't actually indicative of my growth. And I think a lot of other small YouTubers think it is. And from what I've seen, from what I've researched, it really isn't. It really comes down to the viewers are actually bringing in, the amount of viewers you're bringing in. That's what the YouTube algorithm actually thinks of. That's where the money is at. The more people that are watching your channel, the more people that will see ads, the more money that is made, right? My views haven't necessarily gone up. I mean, I used to do some Zelda stuff about timelines and everything. Those got thousands of views, but when I try to do other things, I don't really get that many views. Occasionally, I might get a viral video that gets 1,000, 2,000 views, but usually I'll get 20, 30, 40 views, and I have almost 500 subscribers, but I'll put 12 hours into a video. I'll work really hard on it. I'll think it's an incredible masterpiece, and then 20 people will watch it, and I'll get some feedback sometimes. Sometimes I won't get any, and it can be, hard. Sometimes when you work really, really hard on something for a long time, you don't talk to anyone, and then you put out this grandiose effort for yourself, and then no one says anything. That is really tough. It's like psychologically, it kind of makes you feel like insignificant because you put all this work. No one seems to care that you're putting all this work into it, and when you finally release it, it kind of seems like no one still cares. And in the beginning, especially in the beginning, when you have even less subscribers, even less viewers, you're less likely to get feedback about it. That can be tough. I know there are tons of people who are really emotional about this because a lot of people put themselves out there. Remember, we're putting ourselves in the camera for the world to see, people to judge us. I know people make fun of my hair, people make fun of my, my skin color, like, I don't know why, but, those sorts of things happen, and I'm judged all the time. I mean, I remember, like I said, I consider myself an actor. Like, when I was in Penn State, that's where I went to school for a little while, I felt like I was judged all the time, right? So it's not easy, and it kind of held me back from doing well in school for a while. It's not easy, and YouTube is very similar. There are people judging you all the time. In fact, I've heard people who even have friends who subscribed in the beginning that are behind their backs just kind of making fun of them because they don't think what they're doing is actually worthwhile. And these are the sorts of things a lot of small YouTubers are dealing with all the time. People at their work, their friends and family, they think they're just wasting their time. And, maybe we are, I guess. I mean, it kind of comes down to what you think is important. If you're just investing yourself creatively and you just get something out of that in and of itself, awesome. And the thing is, I know that a lot of small YouTubers still have some audiences. I know I have an audience, and I know that I have viewers that care about what I say. Maybe it's not millions of people, but there are people, at least a few dozen that actually care about what I say and what I think. And I'm glad that I can at least have some impact on them. I really am. So we are doing something important, and that's special. But a lot of times, it's hard to see that when you don't get the feedback. It's not easy. It's one of the challenges of being a small YouTuber. It's not easy. It's misleading a lot of times the way YouTube works. They're always changing around different things. Like now, you can't even live stream immediately. You have to get like 100 subscribers. And getting to 100 subscribers is really hard. And live streaming really helped out. And now, for other people who are starting, it's even harder. And now all sorts of videos are being demonetized on YouTube. So it doesn't really matter that much to me because I'm not really making any significant money right now. And actually, for the record, I'm pretty good at picking my content and not getting any copyright claims or strikes from Nintendo or any sort of company. I kind of figured that all out. I got a hair in my mouth. Ew. It's my hair, so it's not that disgusting. I clean my hair. But it's annoying. There's just so many different variables, so many different challenges, and it's not easy. It really isn't. I find myself rambling right now, but, so I'm going to try to, I guess, close this out here, but if you guys want me to talk more about in the future, give me the feedback. So, yeah, being a small YouTuber may be hard. It may be a big psychological thing. There may be family members telling you that what you're doing is not really that important. Maybe you should do something else. Maybe you have friends that just don't care, even though they say they do, but they don't because they never watch, right? Like, and you may not always get the feedback, but, if you care about what you're doing, just do it. Just do it because that's what's most important. Albert Einstein, Benjamin Franklin, these guys, Charles Darwin, they are famous legends now. They changed our world. But they were scorned by the people around them. Their families judged them. They're people that didn't support their inclinations, their interests. But they got to where they were because they loved something, they had passions, and they moved in those directions no matter what people said. And they worked on it, and they got better and better and better, and then they got somewhere someday. But only because they believed in what they loved, and they continued to do it. And I'm doing the same thing. I believe in my creativity, and I love it, and I'm going to work on it and continue to improve upon it, and I'm going to enjoy this process. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to make YouTube work. Maybe it never will, but because I love doing it, I'm going to continue to learn and get better, and I know opportunities will arise. So guys, thank you so much for listening. Like I said, if you want more feedback on this, you can become a patron or just comment in the comments below, join the Discord, all sorts of things. You can follow me on Twitter. Yeah, you can pretty much communicate with me in so many different ways, but I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode for Talking Point. Let me know what you think. I said it like 7 times, whatever. Like I said, this is me real talk. There's no plan, no script, nothing like that. So yeah, have a good night everyone, or morning or day whenever you see this. Take care. Bye.